hopefully that'll clear up. Hopefully it'll be okay.
There we go.
Ooh.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And welcome to Chinwag 87, I believe it is. It's our Friday chat.
Sorry we're here on a Thursday instead of a Friday.
Yeah, yeah. We had to move it forward.
There's a couple of things that affect that, which we will go into.
Which we're going to get into. Obviously, we've got the World Cup, and then, right. So, good evening. Hope you're all well. Hope the weather's treating you nicely, and hope that sales are ticking along. Even though I know a lot of people are saying they're not. We'll go into the chat and say a few highs quickly. Yes. Let's just have a look. Make sure everything's working.
I know the change of day is going to have kind of affected some people, as in most people won't know we're here.
Well, hopefully there will be some people. We've already got a few people in the chat, so that's lovely to see. Peter Ray, welcome. How are you, Peter? Thanks for popping in. Graham Nichols as well, and Ray Cunningham. Not many in, maybe change of day and time has caught everyone out. Yeah, it's not a permanent change for the day.
Permanent change.
The time will change.
Yeah, the time is going to change.
Yeah. Graham says, any sales today, gents? And Peter was like, no, none for him and none
you
for Ray.
You haven't had any, have you?
I've had a couple.
Yeah, but it hasn't been great, I think.
No.
It's not been great.
Our sales today, just to kind of put things in perspective, I believe we're on about a whopping. Let's have a look. We're currently a whopping 20. I was being like, what's the word when you're like humble? I was being humble. It's actually £20 and 97p.
Oh wow!
So so
you can't forget that.
Nearly 21.
Yeah, you can't forget that 97. No, it makes all the difference.
Almost at £21.
Makes all the difference. There's a little saying: you look after the pennies, the pounds take care of themselves.
Exactly.
So don't forget that.
We're on 20.
Don't forget the pennies, man.
No, we're not gonna forget the pennies. No. So yeah, we've not had a great day. On a serious note either, so £20.97 for us as well, so it's like not the best. I mean, there's plenty of reasons for it, I'm sure. Right, so yeah, Peter Ray Cunningham, Graham Nichols, who else is in there? Sibney has popped in. Hey. Hello. Sib, how are you? Ash has joined us as well. Good afternoon. It's evening.
Evening.
Yeah.
It's 8.
And I did get your message, by the way.
And plus, past 5 o'clock. Yeah. Technically, it's evening.
Yeah, it's evening.
Evening. Past 5
Jason
o'clock.
Entwistle's joined us as well. Amy FF, Carla.
Hello.
I don't know what day it is, says Carla. Yeah, we had to do it today.
Yes.
It was we didn't do it to confuse everyone. No. You could get away with telling me it's Friday and I believe it. Yeah, I want to believe it's Friday too. It's always nice, isn't it? Messing with my brain, says George Ross.
Sorry.
Yeah, Neil Norgate says hello as well.
Hello.
Richard Hale.
That's a new name.
Yeah, Andy Robinson. Anne Hamilton. Thank you guys for joining us. Quite a few people. Claire and Leah are in there as well. BCP, David Morse, Lee Finds, Lex is in here.
Hello.
So welcome everybody.
Yes.
All right. Sib says £0 today. Dr. Doodoo says hello. 16 sales for Karen, is it? I don't know. Is Karen? I'm at 16 today. Wow. Is that £16? I think it must be in money we're talking, because Carla's she's done 37, Jason's on 43. That's not bad. That's more than double what I've done. I'm on 20.97. Ash, no Fortnite chat.
Ash is getting told off.
Z has to change the Chinwag schedule for his Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be changing some stuff. I sold a grass pot, so she was through. Kirsten's in there as well. Hi, hello. Kirsten. Can't stay but have fun. No worries, Kirsten. Kirsten's going to be busy with a shop.
Yeah.
Well, more people than we anticipated turning up and chatting.
Thank you for joining us.
City, Shabatron. Thank you everybody for joining us. Really do appreciate it. It's nice to see you. So as you can tell from the title, we have got what did I call the title? I need to have a look. What is the title?
Don't know.
It's We Have News! !
Yeah.
So you can see with the exclamation mark, I'm putting emphasis on the news. And then we're going to talk about evaluating your progress and making changes, which kind of leads on.
But to start with, we're going to do sales.
We're going to do sales. Okay. All right, we'll go through the sales quickly. Should we not do the news now?
No, we'll do the news after the sales.
Okay, we'll do the sales. We'll do the sales. We'll do the sales.
Let's keep to our normal structure. We don't normally go into
we'll do the sales and the
graphs
until afterwards. Then, exactly.
Stick on topic. You just want to get the news out there. You're just like, rah!
Yeah, we'll do the sales and everything. We'll do, because we normally do sales. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple of sales we've had this week, which are non-RC. I'm going to address
Claire and Leah's question right now.
No. and Ash says, yeah, I probably look like I'm about to. Like,
no, baby.
Do I really look like I'm about to? It's quite bad, isn't it? Do I really look like 9 months pregnant? I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Hope not, don't you?
I mean, I could understand like 5 months or something, like, you know, my belly. And
I don't know. You got quite a big belly.
Is it 7 months maybe? Like, you know.
Do you want to call it 7?
Yeah, 7 months.
Yeah.
Still, that's not great.
No.
It's not great. But anyway.
But no, that's definitely not the news.
Let's go and get on with the sales. So I'm going to do some sales which are not RC. Oh, Tana Tynes in the chat as well. Hi,
hello.
Chris. How are you? It's Chris Gotts.
It is.
So what we're going to do is, hi BCB, Bex just went very, very pale at the thoughts. Ryan says, name it Brian Z. Call his baby Brian. Then yeah, very. I gotta call you Brian once, yeah, and you make it into this thing, man. I can't remember calling it to you for ages.
Yeah, and then you start calling him Leo the other night.
Leo, yeah, Leo.
And then everyone else is Ash.
Yeah, and like what other people, Ash. Then, yeah, God. All right. Anyway, we're gonna do some sales. There's only 3 that I want to show you.
Yeah, there's only 3.
There were only 3 that were not RC parts. So.
And although in our last video, you know, the RC parts went down quite well.
Yeah.
We're not going to show you them this week.
Okay. Yeah. What we're going to do is let's just switch over quickly. Oh, a little bit of mini news as well. We've broke the 3,000 feedback mark as well, which is quite nice. It's only, you know, is it just a big fart? You know what? If it was, it would be like I'd have been nurturing it for quite a while. Is he doing a full body wax for charity? Oh, Stu. Oh, no way. That sounds so painful. Can you imagine backsack and cracking me? Man alive, you need like some. You need.
Let's just not even give that image.
You need like some serious hardware, man. Like, you know, like they have those little. You couldn't just use some feet. You know? Anyway, we're getting a bit off topic, guys. So let's just get to the sales, shall we?
Wallpaper paste.
Okay, let's get to the sales. God, how can we go so off topic, man?
I don't know.
This is terrible.
All right, let's go to screen
Let's
share.
go to screen. Let's go to screen share and we'll do some sales. Now, the first sale I want to share with you guys is quite an interesting one. This was actually a Tamagotchi I picked up when we went down. When I went down to meet up with Tom and Nick, and Nick actually sold the exact same Tamagotchi, but I believe he had like the user manual. I'm not sure, but he got like 35 quid for his, and I was asking like 30 for this, and I just wasn't getting any interest whatsoever. So it just wasn't happening, and I just wanted it gone. It was just standing around, and like 20 quid I dropped it down to, and someone in France bought it, so 20 quid plus international shipping. So I was pretty pleased to see that go. Beck was looking after this Tamagotchi. It's a Bandai. You be careful when you're looking out for Tamagotchis, by the way, because I'm pretty sure they did reissue them. You know, they remade them, like, you know, so this was a legit 2004, so that sounds, you know, that sounds old school, doesn't it? Enough? Or is it? Or was it before that? What? Maybe this was a reissue. No, it couldn't be, could it? 2004.
They were around that time, aren't they?
Yeah.
I do think they were earlier than that, though.
Yeah, there were some early, like maybe 90s,
like
maybe.
In the 90s,
yeah. So yeah, maybe this was one of the later ones, but yeah. So I took that. I took £20 for it. And we were.
This is definitely a later one.
Yeah. You can see it says they're fast and free. That's because if it had sold in the United Kingdom, it would have been free.
Yeah, it would have been charged.
But it went to France, so that was our first sale.
Yeah.
That we want to go to. Or just going back to the chat. As a fellow chunky guy, I share your belly embarrassment, says Andy Robinson. Oh, thank you, Andy, who can unite. Ash says, God, I love these chats. Laughed more in the last 5 minutes than I have all day. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Ash. Glad you. One of you could cross me up for Sib for an ordinary customer. Oh, God, what are you talking about?
Okay, there must be a
sales are pants. I'm doing just what should when sales are rubbish, and that say sod it, I'm taking some time off. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea, you know. I think that's not a bad idea. Is anyone else finding the audio low? I don't normally need to turn my tablet volume up full. You might do, yeah, but I turned it back down before. I mean, we can keep this closer to our face like this, so that hopefully that sounds a bit better. I'm not sure, but I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem is your voice then sounds boomy when it's
okay. Well, we'll do it like this. We'll just do it like this. This should be good. This is like that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Like
yeah, it does.
there.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Okay.
so some people can hear you. It's you. It's you.
Okay.
My voice travels.
Yeah, I know.
No audio okay for me, says Sibney, and Ray says fine with me. That's good.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Alia's in the chat. She said they started in 1998.
There we go.
There we go. So 1998. So this would have been one of the original ones. Sounds far better when you're facing the mic, says Sibney. We don't have two mics.
This is the issue because we're sharing a mic.
We should like sing into it like Milli Vanilli or something.
I'm
like,
not singing.
They didn't even sing. They didn't even sing.
Yeah,
That's the point.
Yeah,
but if we look into it like this, like, and you could be like facing this way. Anyway,
all right, okay.
Why is the mic wonky?
Because he's like keeps.
It's just the way it is, man.
Yeah,
it's not wonky.
It's all strapped in.
It's all strapped in. It's all strapped in. It's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Right. I sold one of these, says Ash, and I kid you not, the customer opened a return request claiming it died in the post.
No way.
That's a classic return request.
Well, I was keeping this thing alive.
That's a classic.
For a while, so hopefully they get it and it's still okay.
Milli Vanilli, Mel and Kim more like. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, the audio is very low. Okay on headphones. Listening on the phone, says Ian. Okay, I will do. Turn the gain up. It's the top, not the just turn. Yeah, don't do it too much though. Yeah, just do a little bit. Okay. We don't need a mic to hear Z's voice. Boom boom, says BCP. Z gives Becca piggyback and then the sound should be fine. 12 mins and no news, says Peter.
I know, right? Should we just finish the sales?
Yeah, we're going to go through a couple more sales.
And I wanted to do the graph as well.
And we're going to do the graph. So we're keeping to structure and then, it's our way of keeping you watching and hopefully there'll be some ads in between for the ad sense.
Exactly.
So bear with us, guys. Okay, this was the next sale. Now we undersold this, I think, on purposely because we needed the money. As you guys know, sales have been pretty tight, and we've got bills to pay just like everyone else, and it's no good this stuff sitting there and being priced high.
The next two sales, well, this one and the next one,
we undersold both these items. Yeah, completely. Yeah, we undersold them knowingly. We put them on aggressive prices.
And we reduced the prices.
In order to get quick sales. And that's exactly, touch wood, what happened, and it got us out of a potentially sticky situation. So I'm not regretful whatsoever. Sales news first, graphs later. We all stay till the end, whatever the topic says, Ryan. Okay. Okay, so this is an interesting item. I've actually sold one of these before for like 160 quid, which was working. It was a black coloured unit. This is a red coloured unit. It's definitely a bolo worth looking out for. This is a Sharp JC AV1. What this is, it's a cassette Walkman. But it also has a TV, which you can't get any signal on now.
Was this even working though?
This one wasn't working properly. The belts needed replacing because the playback was really slow and warbled. I don't think this was the same condition that the other one was in. But this had the box, the inserts, everything. You can see it's mint condition. I stuck this up at £160 originally, and it started to get a couple of watches, but no one was biting. I just dropped it to 100, like I said, to get the sale, and this actually is was sent to one of those companies that, you know, you ship to like a warehouse down in London and they ship it out to China. Like, you know, they buy for you know, they've got like a website that Chinese customers or, you know, whatever buy on eBay, and this company deals with it also.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've never had any issues when people buy like that, when companies buy on behalf of customers. But anyway, it went for £100. So definitely worth looking out for. Nice little bit of tech.
And Ken's actually says nothing wrong with a come and get me price when you need the cash, which is exactly how we did it.
That's it, Ken.
We priced it aggressively.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and the next item's the same. One little tip about an item like this is that the power on this unit does not come on until you plug in the headphones. It was meant to be a battery saving solution. So if you ever do find one of these and you put batteries in and you think it's not working, it won't power on, the power light won't come on, it won't function until you plug headphones in, which is quite a nice feature that even a lot of like more modern electronics don't have fail safes like that. Obviously because battery life is improved so much.
This might sound like a really stupid question, but has it got to be like the original headphones?
No, any old headphones, any 3.5mm headphones.
See,
but
I'm
it
not
does
very
have the original.
techie, so I have to ask.
Yeah. How much did it cost? Where did you find it? It says our sheep green. This came to us in a job lot of stuff a long time ago. So there's no specific price, but items like this, we've all seen them at car boots for, you know, you can pick them up cheap. Someone will probably sell you something like that.
But this was a job lot.
Yeah, it was a job lot pickup, but you can. Okay, now let's move on to the next idea. Next item. What else is in the chat? Ryan says, sticky situation, you say. Can we talk about that? Real talk, says Ryan. We will be talking about
we'll definitely
stuff.
Get to
yeah,
it.
we'll be talking. Yeah, we'll talk about. Let's move on. Okay, this is the next item that we sold that we could have gotten probably more money for.
Just a quick question from Karen. She says, did you do this with all of your store or just a selection? We did choose a selection of items that we knew that we could price aggressively and get them sold.
These were almost like aces up our sleeves, if you know what I mean.
We knew if we dropped the price on them, they would sell.
Yeah, I mean, we only listed these, like, they were only listed for like a day or two. I had them for over a year. Just sat around pretty much. But this is exactly the kind of reason why we keep stuff like this, because then you've got that little kind of cushion, you know, if you ever need.
Have we got much more?
No,
I don't think so.
No, not really. No,
I don't think so. No.
I think we're pretty much down to that. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Here is something to look at as well. Look out for. Not all Sony Betamax players are worth this much money, but this one is. This was working in decent order. Unfortunately, it was missing the remote control. Had it had the remote, I reckon I could have gotten about and if I was willing to wait, I think I could have gotten like 300 quid, maybe 350 quid for this unit. But as it was, because it's in really good condition, but it didn't have the remote, didn't have the user manual, so that does affect like its value somewhat. But it's still cheap. I think I could have gotten 250 to 280 for this, but I priced it at 200 again just to get rid. It's a Betamax player. For those of you out there that don't know, there were two types of video cassette. There was the the Verse, and the Betamax. This is the Betamax. Betamax was a technically superior format.
But the tapes were a little bit smaller. Weren't they?
Yeah, you can tell the difference by looking at the size. Obviously, will tell you. But yeah, it's definitely worth bearing that in mind, guys. The Betamax was actually a superior format. People do still want it, and this had the most intricate loading mechanism you will see.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. So what happened was, as you can see, I've actually taken photos of the mechanism kind of in action. So this whole chunk slides out. And then when you press the eject button, which I'm just mousing over there, guys, you see that's the tape holder there. That then pops up, which I've shown in this next photo. So you can see it slides and then pops, and you put the tape in there. And then when you press close, that will then like pop down and then the tray slides in, very much like a mini DV camcorder, you know, but obviously on a much bigger scale. Pretty impressive. It's quite a nice party trick, and I even took a photo of it pausing on a Betamax tape, so just to show people it was working. You know, you can see that my table is got loads of those are espresso cup stains, because I used to use this as my,
you didn't think to cover that up?
well, no, for all the other photos you can see I've got all nice white background, haven't I?
Yeah.
So that's on the same table, but then when I wanted to kind of, I couldn't have the access to the plugs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly. There were 3 types of video. Don't forget Philips Video 2000 and double-sided tape, says Ken. Fair enough. And there was DVHS after that as well. Yeah. DVHS came out.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, DVHS was good. But yeah, anyway, I was like pretty pleased with this sale. It sold pretty quickly. It's a heavy item. Shipping it, you've got to be super careful. But yeah, I'm really happy with that sale as well. So.
Hi Lisa.
Hi Lisa, how are you? Thanks for popping in. So that was the last of the sales items. And then we're going to talk about the week sales. We'll go on to the week sales, which again, I like.
They haven't been great. They have dropped since last week. This is a drop since last week. So so we were saying, I think last week we did about £1,000 turnover, didn't we? Ish.
Yeah,
or was it just
no,
under?
I think it was under. It was under it. I can't remember what it was, but it was under.
Was it 9 something?
Okay.
I can't remember.
Sib's got odds going about what the news is. Bex's Breakers 1,000 to 1. Oh gosh. All right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We're gonna go over to we're gonna keep this going. Philips Laserdisc came out too and confused everyone. Yep. We're gonna keep the suspense going. I'm guessing there's some suspense.
Yeah. I'm liking these guesses.
Kevin says Thursday. Tomorrow is Brazil Belgium.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock, Brazil Belgium. I'm gonna be watching that. But also there's another reason tied in as well. But anyway, let's go over to this.
You're gonna have to move us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just move us out.
Are you gonna have to make us smaller? No, we'll fit down there. That's okay. Okay.
As you can see, our past 7 days have dropped a lot. Over the past few weeks, we've been reporting sales of 1,500, 1,800, sometimes 2,000. Then there's been a gradual drop over the past few weeks where we started to drop down to like 1,300, 1,200, 1,100, that kind of thing. And then, you know, last couple of weeks we've been below £1,000 in 7 days. And this past 7 days, that trend continues. What can we say? It's now £773 of sales in the last 7 days, which is... it's not enough. It's obviously still better than what we were doing, and you can, it's nice to look at these figures because it puts things in perspective for you. So we're not happy with it, but as you can see, it's 70% up from a year ago, which is good, right? Which means it was quiet last year at this time as well. And one thing I will say that I find kind of useful to kind of rationalize things is our inventory is quite good because
our business has changed a lot in the past definitely 2 years. We've got a lot more items listed, a lot more products for sale because we've got you know, multiple quantities on most of the listings. So we don't necessarily always sell individual items, although we've picked out, like you see, like we struggle to share any sales with you guys, and we've been doing this for a while where we try and pick out non-RC stuff, and some weeks we don't have anything to show you because it is a struggle to kind of pick out the non-RC stuff because that's all we pretty much sell.
We mostly sell RC stuff, pretty much 99% of what we sell is RC stuff. And like the thing is, with when we have drops in sales, I think it's one of those situations where, you know what, like a week ago we did a lot more than this week, but it's the same inventory, guys. You know, we don't run out of we're not just running out of stock. So imagine if you were to have a really good week of sales, and then the next week you manage to find exactly the same items as last week and restock them. That's the kind of situation we're in. So, you know, we still have like all this stuff that was, the stuff that was making us 12, 13, 14, 1500 pounds in 7 days. We have that stock. It's just time of year. It could be the weather. It could just be the luck of the draw.
Just to answer Chris quickly, Tat on the Tyne, does Beck still have her own eBay store, or have you combined everything? We have combined everything. I shut down the eBay store probably about March this year, didn't I? There were a number of reasons why I decided to do it. I was finding it more of a distraction than being of any help to our current business.
And with this RC stuff, it just kind of...
because I ended up listing more and more of the RC stuff, and then I was just like, well, I'm still got a bunch of stock here that needs listing, and I wasn't dealing with it, and I was kind of neglecting it a bit, so it just made sense to kind of end up just closing that, working on one store. So that's what we ended up doing.
If we go to sales by country, we've got international sales at 41%, UK at 59%. Last week it was like 50-50. So still, similar. And then customers that are returning customers, we've had 11% returning customers, which is quite good. So out of 28 customers, we've had 25 new and 3 returning. So that's what we've gone for. Right, let's go back to full screen. Okay, has he given up coffee? Oh yeah, people taking odds. Sib's providing odds for people. Sib's providing. Megapixel says RC has rubbed off on Bex and now she can't get enough, and I don't think that's gonna be one. And Sydney's given Karen's clothes 1 million to 1. What did Karen say?
I think that was about. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't see.
Got Karen.
I don't know.
He has become a vegetarian.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the news. Dave says I fell asleep. Sorry, no need to be sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Right, so let's go to the title. We've said we've got news. Yeah. It's quite obvious in a way.
I think it's quite obvious.
Yeah. But basically, bearing in mind what we've just been talking about, sales, etc. Kevin says giving up reselling to become a full-time Fortnite streamer. That may happen in the future, you never know.
But it's not it's not what the news is, no.
Do you want to tell them then?
Yeah, okay. Just say it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have actually gone back to work.
Yeah.
It is part-time hours. So but it's more than what I was doing at the newsagents.
Yeah.
I am working 5 days a week.
And possibly the hours are gonna...
And it's possibly going to increase.
Yeah.
Because it does. No, I'm not pregnant.
No. So yeah, we're not moving back down south.
No, we're not moving back down south.
Yeah.
It was a really long, hard strugh to come to this decision.
No real job says right. It is a real job.
It's a real job. And I knew Ryan was going to be one of the people that was going to be disappointed with this, because you've been really supportive of us from doing this from the start.
Needs.
Our situation currently, we really do need it. Financially, although we share our sales, like our turnover, we're just not making enough to kind of really keep a good investment in the business. For one,
well, you've got to remember, guys, when no one was working and we just were relying on our sales, we're taking out our living costs, aren't we?
We are.
And there's 2 of us. I do try to keep the eating down to a minimum. But we've also got we've got 2 young daughters, we've got a pet, we've got a rent to pay,
we've got to say,
council tax,
what, sometimes as much as we do enjoy working together and working at home, sometimes we're
a bit of a distraction as well.
We distract each other massively. We're no help, and there's like I kind of explained this to like Tom, Andrew and Nick and Tez and Soup yesterday, because obviously they're quite close friends of ours, and it was important that we kind of spoke to them about it and what we're doing, because it's not nice to kind of come onto YouTube and just play it out and they don't know. So obviously we spoke about it yesterday, and when you've got those stresses, I was struggling to actually focus on the work. Now, I'm really, really a hard worker, and we're in a work environment. I get my head down and I will work no matter what's going on at home, like in an employed situation. But being self-employed, I really, really struggled to get my head into a work kind of, I guess, mindset. Is the best word to kind of describe it.
If we were having a tough week,
if sales were slow and money was really feeling a bit tight, I was really struggling to kind of get my head down and go, right, now I need to list and get this work done, or I need to do this, I need to do that. I just could not do it. I was struggling with the pressure, and I don't know how Zahir does it, because he was the complete opposite. This will make some people laugh, because when
contrary to popular belief,
when things are that bad,
I do actually
Zahir
do some
will
work.
get his head down and work, and I couldn't do it. I was struggling, and I just turned around and said to Zahir, I think I need to go back to work. I think I need that structure again. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be involved in eBay. I will still be involved heavily. The Chinwag is still going to be here to stay. It's just going to have a slight time change.
Which depends on your hours and whatnot. So we'll have to figure that out. And to all of you guys that are saying, oh, I'm going to be at home playing Fortnite, Beck has already been back for a couple of days.
I have. I've actually been working this week. From Wednesday was my official start day. So this has been going on for a few weeks, obviously, and the minute we felt comfortable talking about it on here, we wanted to come and tell you guys what was
exactly
going on.
As soon as it was all squared away. We have
been really absent off of YouTube over the last few weeks, and this was one of the reasons. So I mean, we wanted to just be clear with you guys, that is the thing. It's difficult. It's not what we planned when we moved up here. Absolutely
and
not.
To be fair, when we first moved up north, our plan was that we'd both work from home, and we gave it a really good shot. And in that time, the business has really flourished. It's stronger than it was when we first moved up. So there's definitely been so many positives, but once we've done it for this long, we're just realizing that we're stifling its growth, if you know what I mean. It could have probably been twice as big again if we weren't taking so much money out of it every month, And
I actually got to the point where I was really hating eBay. I don't think I've really spoken to you about this, but I did actually get to the point where I was absolutely hating it. I just didn't want to hear about eBay. I didn't want to see sales. I didn't want to, I didn't want to be involved in it at all. And every time it's news, it's a job I hate. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan.
Oh, get over it. Barry says, is it financial reasons, Bex, or that if you spend all your time with Z, you'll end up killing him?
No, do you know what? I could spend a fair amount of time with Zahir.
And Sparrow's Ends really nailed it on the head. You have to do whatever it takes to sleep peacefully at night and not worry about paying bills. And guys, this is the thing. Yeah, I mean, I've been
so happy these past 2 days. I'm getting emotional.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
But the stress had really, really gotten to me, and I was so down. And I've never felt.
Everyone talks about everyone talks about the roller coaster. The eBay roller coaster, and you know what? It is as hard as it sounds, and it really is difficult. And when you've got, when it's causing you to stress, to the point where you can see Beck was actually getting emotional there about this, because it really was stretching us.
It was.
And that's not everyone is cut out to cope with that level of or that kind of stress, right?
I mean,
I've been stressed. I've been stressing. And if I'm stressing, then that there's, because I don't stress, guys. I'm, you know what? I've never been one to stress.
No, he's I'm really so laid back.
But that's the thing. If I'm feeling stressed, then Beck was definitely feeling, and it's the problem with feeling stressed is it does harm your productivity.
It was me.
I know some people are if you've got bills to pay, that would have just made you work that much harder, but there's a couple of factors you got to look at as well from our point of view. In terms of the eBay business as well, there's a certain amount of size that we're happy with the store growing to. There's a certain amount of space that we're willing for it to grow to as well. You know, we're looking at, because you know, we're looking at, you know, we're happy with where it is, and like we're happy with where we've grown it to. You know, this time last year we had like 300 listings, and we were selling whatever we could find at car boots and auctions, right? This time, you know, a year later, we're sat with nearly 5,000 items. You know, okay, it's only 1,400 odd listings, I think, but with the quantities and everything, we're like 4,700 individual items listed, and it's changed what we're doing massively. But we've got, it's grown to an amount that we're happy. Space, and it just needs maintaining.
And the thing is, the business, in my eyes, is still very, very successful. It's just that. For two people, we're taking out way too much, and the only way, not being able to grow it. And I'm excited for where we can push it and go now.
That's the thing, because we couldn't.
We're not going to be taking that money out now.
Because when you're, you know, it's very important to bear that in mind, and to be honest about it, like that when you're taking out all those expenses, you're taking out all those, you know, running costs of a family. You're not. We weren't leaving much we weren't leaving much to reinvest, and we were finding we were becoming too heavily reliant on the working capital. So the only time we were able to grow our inventory and grow like our business was when we were getting working capital. And as Gary from the Kent resellers posted in the chat group today, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, because you don't know when that lifeline is gonna switch off. Oh, guys, can I just say, I really do appreciate the super chats, but wow, we've had Karen has just super chatted £6. Congrats, get a cheap bottle of wine. And Z, how'd you grow a beard in 2 days? Says Krillin for $2.
There's no need to.
And Siva's just upgrade your bottle.
Thank you guys, but there's really no need to
we're
super chat, honestly.
It's very, very
thank you so much.
It's mega kind of you guys. You know, we just obviously wanted to keep you up to date with what's going on.
Peter's asking, what does that mean for my YouTube channel? I'm still going to be continuing it. I will record as and when I can. Obviously, I won't be talking about work too much on there, because I'm not going to. Just for privacy and confidentiality and stuff, I'm not going to be talking about work on there, but I will be still sticking to my fitness and my eating and all of that sort of stuff, and my craft stuff, because I have got a craft video that needs to go up as well, so I will be still keeping that channel going.
And it's you know, I think like part of it, we feel like, we let ourselves down, but when we moved up, we wanted to work as self-employed people, but if something isn't working, and this is why you kind of titled it the way you did, then you need to kind of evaluate it and make changes. Be honest, because the stress isn't worth it, was it? I think I have
been saying this to you for a number of months. I kept saying to you, I need to go back to work. I need to go back to work.
Karen's asking what is the job. It's basically going back in.
I'm back working in a doctor's surgery. I'm not going to give out any more than that. But
back in the surgery. And I think like there are a couple of other benefits that have come from it, and that have made us, you know, kind of, obviously we're looking for all the silver linings now.
And I just to pull out Ken's comment again. It absolutely is so hard when you're trying to get a business running, feed the family,
fed, clothed, housed, regroup, everything. And reorganise. And Ken, that's exactly how we're feeling. You actually said earlier, it's like a reset.
I'm
because
excited.
This is how
where it's going to go.
Because this is how the business was growing when we were down south. When I was at home, you had the job. And that's where we started to see that growth, and then we had this amazing idea to move up here, which we love, by the way. Absolutely love where we live. And you know, we had these dreams to do, you know, to be able to hit the ground running, but I think you know, and we gave it a really good shot, and I think like where the business has gone, it's stronger than it was, so it's a success, as you can see. And it's just a case now that we're, like you said, regrouping. We've taken advantage of the situation, and you know, it's going to really make us super comfortable. It's going to make not just super comfortable, but it's going to give the chance for the business to really you know, like if there's another hall, like some of you guys were saying, oh, is it another hall? You know what? Now we might not need to rely on working capital to buy another hall.
Yeah,
you know, and that would be so great. Because guys, it's not fun when, you know, you get those sales 30%.
30% is gone.
Yeah, you know, that's a lot. So. Let's go into the chat because you guys are chatting and saying some lovely things.
You're saying so much.
Yeah, we
no.
Yeah.
Get down.
Okay. Yes, Ryan. Yeah, question one. The job we've said was, you know, what's it called in the surgery. Question 2, what was a sticky situation you was in to reduce them items? Question 3, who will wait because you're up on a daily basis?
I'm still waiting to hear up.
The sticky situation was we needed the money. Our sales dropped off. We had bills to pay.
We had bills to pay. And
put it this way, we paid them. And it was a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a matter of hours for when they would have been overdue, and that would have been a nightmare. You know, no one wants to be like late on their bills. So yeah, it was a case of that. We needed the money, and it literally came down to the wire. And in a way, that came at a perfect time because at that time we already knew that, you know, you'd secured the job, and it was a case of, like Dakota says, never again.
This is never ever going to happen.
Yeah, we just don't want to live that close to the bone. You know, it's too much.
Lisa, it's working in a doctor's surgery. I did say that earlier, so that's what the job is.
Exactly. Beck, can you tell us what kind of work? We've said it's in the surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. Sib says smash the like button. Beck, can you tell us what kind of work? Oh, we've just done that one.
Just done that one.
Okay. You have not failed, says Karen. That's very kind. You have grown the business so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave says
that's how we feel about it. It's not how I felt a few weeks back, and you know, I stopped doing videos on my channel a couple of weeks back, which I am still recording stuff for.
Yeah.
It's just I haven't.
It's given you
anything.
like that buzz, hasn't it? I mean,
it has.
Put it this way, Becca's not been this happy in a while.
Yeah.
I think like if the strain of it had gotten to you, and guys, if nothing else, learn from this that, you know, that you don't have to go out and be like full time. It feels like you know, because you want to be full time because you're your own boss and all those great things, but there are still some benefits. I mean, you're going to be able to continue your pension, you'll get sick pay. There are some benefits.
There are.
You know, so it is just one of those things. Phoebe says, Fin Fashion Plus Phoebe says, many congrats, Spec. You need to do what's right for you both and the girls. There's no need for any explanation. Enjoy it. And Megapixel says, new beginning Bex. Who knows where the next step might be? That's it exactly. You're a family, guys. You have to do what's best for the family. Simple as that. Just enjoy. Life is too short to be stressing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Peter says, I understand needing the security of a job. And well done, Rebecca, with the different job. Can be exciting doing something different. Dave, I've got to tell you this.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Do you know what? I wasn't the only one applying for jobs.
I applied for a job as well, right? Okay. Well, put it this way. Beck applied for a job. Home run, gets it straight away, right? I apply for a job and then I get an email telling me
the position is no longer available.
Yeah.
after
I had to do an
online
I did like an online test, and guess what, Dave? It was for the Royal Mail. They didn't want me.
They didn't want you.
I wasn't quick enough with matching all the numbers.
No.
And the way they emailed me was to tell me, you know. So I was looking, and you know, Beck's just better qualified when it comes down to it in terms of, you know, getting into.
Will I be doing the doctor's surgery temporary, or just to put money in the business, or are you planning on doing it permanently? It's probably going to be more of a permanent thing, if I'm honest right now, because any other business ventures that we kind of go into, we are going to hope that I can still be involved in them still. Because
and plus, I think the other side of it as well, guys, is the way we've got our business set up. It's debatable as to whether it needs 2 people anymore.
This is the thing.
Yeah, she came in and like we did all this work, like we did, didn't we? So I do get some credit out of this. And we did all this work, but now the way it's set up, like we stumbled luckily across like the niche that we're in. It's kind of set up now, you know, and so that does give us the time. It's like, well, why not then have that steady income.
And the other side of it also, because I see Graham Nichols says you can always come back to self-employment once the dip levels out and the starts to soar again. There's a couple of things with that. Yes, eventually I may go back to being self-employed. It's not going to be any time like really, really soon, because I do want to kind of push the business further and do other things. And the other side of it is I really, really was craving like the social aspect of it, because I'm really not good at doing the whole online text messages and things like that. Andrea will tell you, because I am the worst person to speak to, because she will send me a message and it will take me days or even weeks to actually reply. So I am really, really terrible with any sort of text. I always I sit there and I second guess myself, and I show you the message, you go, does that sound right? Because I think text you can really get messed up with text, and I would never want someone to be offended by something that I put.
Yeah, and that extends to all social media,
and
really.
That's all like social media.
Typing,
that's why you barely see me commenting on things. I'm much better talking to someone face to face in person, and that is one thing that.
And you've been loving that, haven't you?
Absolutely loved the past couple of days.
You're bored of speaking to me all these months.
Yeah. There's only one.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm happy to talk to digital friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. I really, I can feel this. But say if I was typing within a chat, I find it so difficult. Even like I can watch a live chat, but then I won't be commenting because I just struggle with like the whole, putting my thoughts into text,
a message. Yeah. Ray says, I wouldn't like the bill for feeding Zahir.
Yeah, no one likes that bill.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, a massive thank you to Lex.
Yeah.
Lex has just super chatted £5.
Oh,
congrats on your job.
You.
That's super kind of you.
Much.
Really do appreciate it.
And you really, really don't have to say that, honestly.
Sib says, you can sell my box if things get tough. I can sign it if it helps. Thank you, Sib. We appreciate that.
We're not selling
your box is actually getting filled.
Look, you've turned it around the wrong way.
Oh,
what
yeah.
is your issue?
I was taking stock out. And
I do a label for it and you put it the wrong way.
I'll put it back.
Yeah.
I'll put it back. It'll be nice for Bex to get away from Z as well, says Lucy. Exactly. I'm sure once you sell all those RC parts, you could buy another house. Good things come to those who wait. You've made some great investments, says Alia. That's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Sib says NHS discount for the win. Okay, you're going to have some expensive wine after all this super chat, says Ash. I've got that song in my mind, says Barry. I've got bills I've got to pay, so I work every day. Yeah, exactly. It's is it a stickier situation than when the sticky insect got stuck in a sticky bun? Maybe.
Maybe. And Karen, don't feel like you have to super chat. Honestly, if it's not working for you, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
and,
Karen. Yeah, please. Yeah. We don't expect anyone to do that. It's super kind of you guys. I have a pension from my old job. Would love to top it up sometime, says Karen. I mean, there's benefits to everything.
Yeah.
Z as a postman would be funny, says Lucy.
I know, right?
They didn't. Yeah, they just took. You
didn't even have the I can't say the word, but he couldn't bring himself to go back onto the website and check to see if the job was still available.
Yeah, they said it. They said it had been withdrawn. It hasn't been. It had been withdrawn from me.
You.
Yeah. Big question, will Z still be looking for jobs? I hope they all sack you so you can concentrate on eBay.
No.
Yeah, I think...
No, we've taken a decision that it's just going to be me.
Yeah, I mean, I think because when it comes down to it, I'm kind of limited.
And plus, I need someone at home to look after Alf.
Yeah.
He can't be left on his own.
No. And plus, I kind of do have stuff to get on with, I've got to play Fortnite and stuff, And I've been doing the cooking.
You have.
I've been
do you know what?
I
haven't had to cook for is it 2 or 3 nights?
3 nights.
I think it's 3 nights. Yeah. 3 nights in a row now. Yeah. I'm like, yes.
Oh, and Corin has super chatted in the end. Thank you, Corin. I really appreciate it. Get some chocolate or fruit. Congratulations, Bex, says Corin.
Thank
you, Corin. That's so sweet.
Is really kind of you.
That is so super sweet. Yeah, you not replied for ages, says Dave. So here's worse. Oh, okay. Talking about getting back to people and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it worked, but I couldn't change the amount. That's fine. Shel Staruni says the thing with social media is to be communicating with people who get you and won't ever take you the wrong way. Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
But my worry is.
Ryan says, "Oi, are we digital friends?" And explain us. Oh, Ryan. I only have digital friends nowadays, says Sim. Yeah, I mean, I love it. But I think it's not that you don't. It's not that you.
Years though, haven't you?
Just to put it out, it's not that you don't love the whole thing, but
I do.
you're awkward.
I'm a bit
when it comes to typing and stuff.
I'm just
Like, honestly, guys, I literally get shown almost every message. Like, literally, it's so annoying, right? Because it's like,
okay, does this sound right?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Read this.
It's fine. It's fine. I always like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it makes you double guess, guess.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it is. Are people talking about putting Sib's box the wrong way round?
No, right.
I still think Z should open up a bricks and mortar RC shop, says Megapixel. Megapixel, they don't tend to do RC is a shrinking kind of thing in a lot of
if they have got like a bricks and mortar, they do heavily rely on online as well.
Yeah, and you know, you'll get a lot of customers trying to beat you down to online pricing, and plus the reason why the RRC has done so well is because of the unique nature of it. You know, we've got like very good margins on it, whereas if you were just buying like brand new RC, it's not going to be amazing. That's why I'm not just going to be like, you know, just confining myself to it. I've got a good contact, and I'll be happy to carry that on for as long as it lasts, but I'm by no means like shackled to it.
Yeah.
Zahir Mali is cooking going down to KFC. No,
Peter's got a very good point. No food in the Fortnite streams.
No food.
No, no, because you are going to come up with a more of a schedule.
Yeah, I need to do a schedule for that.
But there's no apparently Fortnite talk on this channel, so we're not talking about
are there any benefits besides the wages with the new job, says Silverhair Stacker? Well, yeah, I mean,
there's obviously discounts, pension, sick pay, and the wages are good.
Yeah, so
yeah.
All right. Beck's going to work. Z wanders off to find Jacko Tom.
He's still in the shed.
Yeah, he's still
you
in
might
the
have
shed.
to dust him off.
Yeah.
Sit him in the chair next to you.
No, I'm fine.
You can even label him.
It's been weird getting used to the house as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it must be a bit strange.
For me as well. Like, it's been a bit. I've not touched with it. I mean, you guys that watch the other channel will know that like I what's it called? That I haven't even been streaming during the day.
No,
I haven't been, because my day is all different now. So what's the new times for this chat digital? I would come off it, Ryan.
Well, it's gonna remain on a Friday. We think we're gonna move it to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we might just start doing it at 8 o'clock on a Friday instead,
because we're hoping that will kind of give us enough time.
And they just discount at Domino's, says Will.
There you go. There you go.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah. So the Chinwag, so it will happen on a Friday still, but just at 8 o'clock in the evening instead. That's what we're going with. Ash
makes a good point. Yes, we did get a stock from an RC shop that was closing down. Learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, so we did.
Yeah, it's. I think you've got to just pick the right things. Now, just tell me what you want me to film you with tops and dresses. Oh, is Karen making Zipper box? Oh, gosh. Zahir, will this development help you get nearer to buying a house of your own, says Ray?
Yes.
Eventually. I mean, you know, we do have bills and like, you know, some things to pay off.
Yeah.
You know, debts that we've got to clear, and you know, we weren't moving because we were taking so much out. We were kind of staying still. It felt like a quicksand effect. Like, considering how much the business had grown, we didn't see that growth. But hopefully, you know, by adding an actual second income, and then, you know, our working capital is going to come to an end. You know, we've been paying 30% of ourselves, and sometimes that's like £1,200, £1,300 a month. Once that's off in a couple of months, that would be good.
And plus, with the working capital, we're actually questioning
whether we're going to get another one, because
we haven't seen the same sort of growth that we had from the previous one when we applied. So we're actually questioning whether we would actually get another one as well. So you know, if we can kind of you know, stand on our own 2 feet without the working capital,
it's even better, isn't it?
Because
And that's
then we
only going to
don't
put
have
us in a
that-
better position
Exactly.
to buy as well.
Exactly.
And up
so-
here, there's, you know, it's still so much more realistic, isn't it, compared to down south?
Absolutely.
Right. Always good to have a job. Always brings in the same wage. Looks good when getting a house, says Lucy. Yeah, it would help for
and
that.
that's what we thought as well. When it comes down to like our long-term plans, it's only going to benefit those. It's not going to be like a distraction, really. So
yeah.
And you know,
Dave, would I study to become a nurse? No. No. Just no. I mean, that's the thing. And that for one of us to be at home, what the business does is fantastic, isn't it? You know, it in the end, just for 2 of us, it wasn't enough.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
You're happy.
Did you apply for a job just for funsies, as Alia? No, it was, you know, we were hoping to get. Yeah,
it really was trying.
It just, you know. But then when Beck got hers, then, you know, made it obvious that
it was kind of like, look,
it makes
one
more
of
sense.
us has to be at home for eBay, so
and it's better that it was me because, you know, I do most of that stuff. And it did happen pretty
quickly, to be fair.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So.
Okay. Not you, Beck, says Dave.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I was going to say,
would you study to be
uniform? You? No, it's not something that I'm not good with. Like sick and stuff like that. So although
struggle.
Yeah, I would struggle with that side of it. So
yeah,
I couldn't do it.
Yep. Okay, I think we've been a complete open book.
We have.
There's really not much else to say.
There isn't.
Ryan's got an idea. Why don't you just win the 20k tourney on Friday? 20k will sort you for a year and be chilled.
Have you seen his skills?
He says I've seen them. Yeah. So will you still be doing eBay Bex or just doing it ad hoc?
I will still, once I get myself into a routine, I will still be involved in eBay.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So I've still got stock to list. I still want to help out with the RC parts.
It depends.
And even when you get a big haul,
it depends
as well,
though, doesn't
I
it?
Like, be involved. But it does depend on how much I end up getting into the work that I'm currently in. So I would like to think that I'm going to be able to do it all, but you know, reality of it is, you know.
But it's going to be just so good for us overall, isn't it?
Increases, then
you'll do that, yeah.
I'll do that, but I do really want to still be involved in eBay.
Overall, it'd be great for us, though. Overall, it's just you've been happy, haven't you?
Yeah, really happy.
Beck's gonna buy a better computer with her wages, says Dave. Not just that, there's car. It's it's all happening. Z, can you make a barbecue video, man? I can't wait for that. I'm sure I'll put something up on the other channel. But thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for your support.
I was gonna say just thank you so much for your support. It wasn't like I was dreading this chat, but it was, we've always been absolutely honest with what we're getting up to, and at the minute anything changes, we do.
I think we just felt
we do want to come on here. And
we
share
did
with
feel
you.
that it was like, oh man,
Do you know what? You guys sit with us every week, in a live chat, and come and talk to us, and. We really appreciate that, and
it was hard news to share.
I just wanted to be honest about what we're doing.
Yeah.
If you're giving your time to us, I feel like we really do need to be completely honest with you about what we're doing and what we're getting up to. So
Pixie Dust says here, congrats on the jobs, Beck. Hope it doesn't bring you too much stress. Take care, says Kerry. You guys look really relaxed and happy, says Sparrow's End. Al's Attic says excited for you both. Zahir, you need to knuckle down now, says Karen sells clothes. I'm always knuckled down. Where's this come from? It's my fault, really.
To be fair,
I come across
on
as
day one, I turned around and said to him, you better be doing work on eBay. If I catch or find out you've been streaming, you're in trouble.
Yeah, but I am allowed to stream during the day.
But you are allowed to stream during the day. But that is with the fact that you've got to get
work done.
eBay done as well.
Exactly.
Whether you choose to do eBay in the evenings.
I've been at the moment. I've not been. I will be streaming tonight, Ash. I will be getting on later. In probably about half hour.
Yeah, you're going to be on there.
Yeah. Go get Diddley, have a hug, go do rude things and have fun. Oh, thank you. Beck, I hope you'll be very happy in your new job. I wish you both, Anzi, every happiness. Reach for the star, guys.
Thank you.
Ryan says, over the last 2-3 years, guys, I followed you. I love how open you guys are, the highs and the lows. Not many share. I love how real you are. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you. You know what? Yeah, this chat wouldn't be anything.
And Megapix says, at
support.
least you gave it a shot. That's the thing. We wouldn't have been able to come to this decision had we not done, like Jim Rohn says, like pick a direction and run with it. And the guy says, what if it's the wrong direction?
And you know what?
And what does Jim Rohn say?
You'll find out quicker.
And that's what we did.
I love Jim Rohn for that, because I quite often have that in my head, is like, you know what, give everything you've got at something, and if it doesn't work out, you know what, you're going to find out. And this hasn't worked out the way we wanted it to work out,
but we found out pretty quick
pretty
because we went for it,
and we're changing it.
And we can make this decision now in the full knowledge. We've got the benefit of hindsight. We're not like, it's not like we just came up and straight away Beck went into got a transfer or whatever, and and we would have then had the question of, oh, but what if we could make it home, and then we could have done it that way, or it's just we're happy with where it is now. So David says, hello from Northern Ireland. We're just happy now. Guys, we are so grateful for your support. It means a lot, especially in a chat like this, and absolutely thrilled by it.
I'm gonna go cry now.
No, you don't. You'll be fine. Exactly. Ray says, better to have tried and failed than never to have tried at all. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just how it feels. You only miss the chances you never take, guys. Just take everything you feel is right. Will work out in the end sooner or later. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You'll be okay. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We love the support you guys show us.
Absolutely.
It means a lot to us, as you can tell. And wow, just wow. We will
thank you as always.
The Chinwag is continuing. We will keep doing our Friday chat.
Next week.
It will just be it might be 8 o'clock. It might be earlier. I don't know. We don't know yet.
Not
no, it's not gonna be earlier. It'll be later. It'll be okay. Oh wow, David M is just super £85. There's no need. Thank you. Cry, girl, cry, love. Happy tears are the best. They are happy tears, aren't they? Yeah. So I hope they are anyway. I hope they are. No, they are. But yeah.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And we will see you in the next video. All right. I've got
another awkward bit where we try and turn it off.
Yeah.